What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you guys with another Market Watch today. And on today's Market Watch, we're just going to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Go figure. Listen, I think there are a lot of great cards in this game, and I think there'll be a time in which older and harder to get cards are just going to be gone from the market, sporadically popping up at exorbitant prices, and Yu-Gi-Oh players still debating on when to pick them up or not. And as time goes on, cards get expensive. We know this already, looking at other games like Magic the Gathering, looking at Pokemon and seeing all their old stuff sell out fast. It's going to happen here in the TCG. Except, Konami realistically reprinted so many cards, the harder to get max rarity printings of cards, those are going to get cleaned out first. First edition, obviously, will be started off, then unlimited, and then everything else in between. You might even see a time where Yu-Gi-Oh players will be buying moderately played cards for their collection. It's gonna happen. It's inevitable. And this is why I feel the Market Watch videos I do are so important. One, to let you know these cards in case you don't know them, and two, to really emphasize the point that these cards might not be at these prices that long. The Yu-Gi-Oh market is insane, and sometimes, I mean, one video a day is just not enough. But today, we're going to talk about Immortal Phoenix Gear Freed. And real quickly before I start, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, like button, and comment down below and comment question of the day. What kind of Yu-Gi-Oh player are you? Now, there's no wrong answer. I mean, are you a collector? Are you a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player? Are you a casual? Do you fit into all three? Realistically, be honest with yourself. Or are you just really the kind of Yu-Gi-Oh player that fits into one or two of those categories? Leave a comment down below and your reasons why you don't fit into other categories. Stay tuned to the end of the video and I'll tell you what kind of Yu-Gi-Oh player I am. Just to give you a little hint of how I would answer that question if asked to me. Looking at Immortal Phoenix Gear Freed coming out of Tooncast, the collector's rare with a $75 market price. Well, if you want a first edition version, by the way, it's $130. But if you want an unlimited version of the card, it's $68. The value spikes exorbitantly because this little first edition stamp. Is it worth it? I don't know. I like my max rarity cards, but paying almost double in price, I don't know if that's really worth it. Look at Neospatian Neospatian Aqua Dolphin. We talked about it, I don't know how long ago. The ultimate rare coming out of Power of the Duelist with a $58 market price. I think the unlimited was way cheaper than that. And if you saw that video, please let me know in the comments down below. But looking at it now, well, it's roughly around $120. In fact, after that one's gone, you're seeing it around $150 for a little bit before it hits $175. And after that listing has been sold, it's about $200, and then it goes down to like $280. Neospatian Aqua Dolphin Ultimate Rare is being used in the Fur Noble Knights. And in fact, that's really realistically the only reason this card has high value. It's also a collector's card because, of course, it's a Neospatian card. And that's from GX era Yu-Gi-Oh! And I really do believe that we're seeing Yu-Gi-Oh! Players that are collectors moving to GX era. And to be honest with you, I don't think that's the end of it. I think we'll see more 5Ds era cards start getting clean with the market as well soon. I wouldn't be surprised if that's even happening right now. And we'll maybe do some videos talking about some GX era cards or 5Ds era cards you might be interested in. Because I feel like the original Yu-Gi-Oh cards, they're just basically clean. They're clean so much, Konami has to reprint original Yu-Gi-Oh cards with different artworks to try to trick you. And for the collectors, they don't care. They go, that kind of looks like Blue Eyes to me. Let me get my playset now. I don't care how much it costs. So I think it's really crazy to ignore the GX era cards, which are obviously rising in value. I can look at any one of these cards, GX era wise, they're rising in value. Like, look at this. Neospatian Grand Mole is a good example. $20, the card's roughly around $55. You want a first edition, that's roughly around $90. Move back though. Let's go over to Neospatian Flare Scab. $10 now, it's showing to be $14. Lightly played first edition is roughly around $40, and then it starts hitting $53 for the card. You want to take it back again? That's cool. Let's go Neospatian Air Hummingbird. $18 wrong, the card's $25, and you want a first edition version, it's double at $51. So I think we can plainly see a lot of these GX era cards, ones that have never realistically seen Yu-Gi-Oh play, are rising in value. So if you have these cards, just realize you have value. That's going to be increasing, mind you. And if you're a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player that wants to play in Fur Noble Knights, well, you're going to need Neospatian Aqua Dolphin. Next, I sold Two Tailed Noble Knights. Coming at Extreme Force, the Ultra original print with $7 market price. The value is roughly around, obviously, $7. In fact, there's only two printings of this card. There's the Extreme Force Ultra Rare and the Super Rare coming out of the special edition, which is like $2. Also, if you're looking to get Divine Storm Phoenix Blade, the highest rarity version and the most expensive version is going to come out Champion Pack 4 with the $11 market price. And we see it over here, it's almost about bought out. In fact, I ordered one of these yesterday myself just to get the highest rarity version. And then we have other cards like Brother of the Five Fist Tiger King Ultimate Rare coming at Cosmo Blazers with a $13 market price. The unlimited version is about $17, versus $20. This card is crazy undervalued. There's a Tri-Brigade list floating around that uses Fire Fist, and that's one good reason why you might want to consider this deck. Number one. Number two, this is just a good card. And whenever any kind of Fire Fist deck shows any kind of meta relevance, their cards spike really high in value. In fact, Brother Fire Fist Tiger King is not going to be this low for this long. It will at one point spike crazy high in value. Just like Brother Fire Fist Bear. I mean, another card coming out, Cosmo Blazers, as an ultimate rare, obviously, with an $8 market price. Unlimited versions of 14, almost a 15 with shipping. If you want a lightly played version, that's almost around $18 for the card. This card is really undervalued. And I do think that there's going to be a time in which both of those cards are going to be cleaning up the market. They're going to be hitting 50 to 60s, and people are going to be debating whether to buy them or not. But right now, they're dirt cheap, and nobody's really looking at them right now. We also have 5 Formation Tensu. Now, this card originally had a common printing. Then I got a reprint in the OTS Pac 4 as a super rare, and the values are roughly around $2, almost near $3, by the way. Forward shipping, you want to include at that. There's also another super rare printing as well, coming out of Fist of the Gadgets, that's like 19 cents. But if you want the highest rarity version, it's going to be obviously the OTS Pac version. And currently, it's relatively inexpensive right now. Only 2 pages left on TCG Player. Going here to page 2, you got a 6th wall, which is the next highest wall, at $7 a copy. So I think 5 Formation Tensu is another card that you might want to consider picking up, just to have max rarity 5 Fist in case you do want it. If not, hey, hold your Tensus because they're going to be good for money soon. We also have OTS Pac 10, but specifically Super Quantum Red Layer, the common, which is roughly around $5. You might know OTS Pac 10 for having 2 great ultimate rares, Galatea the Orchid Automation, and Thunder Dragon Colossus, and yet another Sky Striker ultimate rare. It's like Konami, we got Hayate, we got the blue guy. We didn't need like, why? And then every Sky Striker player is like, no, we need Hayate. Shut up, you got 2 ultimate rares. Like, I'm playing Thunder Dragons, I got 1. Orcus at the time, when he had 1, they eventually got 2nd one. And when they got 2nd one, everyone's like, Orcus, no, not fair. Sky Striker players, you got Kine. That card's trash. And they're like, well, we wish we could have more. And the comments like, well, here's Rose, a new card's pretty good. They're like, make it higher. And they're like, Starlight Rare? Acceptable. Like, who is grabbing Konami by the balls and telling them to just make Sky Striker cards? Whoever's doing that needs to be fired. Like, I'm saying right now, listen. If you want to become Paisano, we're going to have to do an application process. Hitting the subscribe button is step 1 in the application process of making you a full-fledged Paisano. Question number 1, do you have an anime body pillow? You do? Take your application and throw it in the garbage or call you. No number needed. Question number 2, do you watch an anime that nobody knows about? Really? What is it? I'm joking. I don't care. Nobody knows about it. That doesn't care. That takes your application, throws it in the garbage or call you. Don't need your number. Question number 3. Do you drink bottled tap water? Like, you take tap water, you fill a water bottle up with it, you close that bad boy, you pop that in there, and you go, this is probably good for me. The thing that came out of a metal faucet from wherever my town made water from and didn't put nothing in it. They did, by the way. Yeah, no, that's in it? I don't know. We might have a little bit of an issue. All I'm trying to say is Sky Striker's got reprinted the crap out of OTS Pacs, and it's so annoying, and hopefully Konami never does this again. Now, I'm not saying Sky Strikers weren't loved by a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players. I like Sky Strikers a lot, but when you see Sky Striker gets a new OTS Ultimate Rare, all right, next OTS Pac, Sky Striker, next OTS Pac, Sky Striker, it made people that didn't hate the deck, hate the deck because this was happening. Meanwhile, you got the Dragon players getting 1 Ultimate Rare, which they should have got Titan as Ultimate Rare. Orcus players getting 2 and going, Strikers, shut your mouth, we only got 2. And then got other Yu-Gi-Oh players, like, I don't know, maybe the Inferno Noble players didn't get nothing. Well, you can say, wait a minute, V, they got a card. No, they literally got nothing. They got a collector's rare. Maybe you can make the argument, wait a minute, V, what about, I don't know, these other decks like Blackwings? Blackwings got their Ultimate Rares in the core sets. Those things were like fishing for, I don't know, like a shoe in a lake. Like, you're just not always going to get it. And when you get it, you go, wow, there it is. Striker players just sat back and said, Konami, do me a favor, make another Ultimate Rare. Yeah, my hands want to hold bling. I don't know. I'm super, super annoyed the fact that this is a thing. Boot Sector launch. A card coming out of the Structure Record Revolt, which is like 12 cents. But if you want the Ultra Rare, it's roughly around $5. In fact, there's only 19 listings of Boot Sector launch. Currently holding a $4 market price, but it's being cleaned up the market. I will say there's a 36 wall, which is roughly around $5.50 for the card. And you don't need like 3 of this card, but it's still crazy to see that an Ultra Rare coming out of Extreme Force being $5. It's kind of high. Nothing that's crazy low right now. That thing's going to go even higher is going to be Draw and Lockbird. Coming out of OTS Pac 8 with a $78 market price. The value of this card is actually roughly around 83. After that one's gone, it's around 88. Quickly goes to 90. Bottom of the page has the card hanging around 100. And by the way, just want to show you something real quickly. 1s and 3s. That's it. And you might go, what, V? There's a lot of places of 3s. Sure, this card tops one Yu-Gi-Oh event. You think those places will stick around? No. In fact, the only war you see is roughly around the 9 war. And that's when the card's $124. And that's where I think Sky Striker, not Sky Striker, oh my god. Get out of my head. Drill Lockbird coming out of OTS Pac 8 is gonna actually go near. I think that's the next value. It's kind of doing the same thing we saw already with Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, in which it held the $80 value for a while. The market slowly got cleaned out of the card. And what's the new value? What's the new value of that card? Let's go check it out, actually. I actually don't know the new value of Ultimate Red Drill and Lockbird. I'm gonna guess crazy high. OTS Pac 5 Ultimate Red Drill and Lockbird with $142 market price is coming down to, oh, this is hilarious. So you got one at 120. No, I'm sorry. You got 2 listings, 2 for sale at $126, and after that, the card is a stable $140. Of course, why would it not be? And looking at Drill and Lockbird, that's gonna be the future of this card. So listen, if you think this card is expensive now, your days of buying this card at under $82 is probably not going to happen. Maybe it goes down in value. I don't think it's going to. In fact, if you look at any Yu-Gi-Oh player that plays Dogmatica, Elic, and Voke, and ask them what happens if I draw and Lockbird you first turn, their answer is normally something like this: "Oh yeah, we lose bad. We just lay down and wish you didn't do that. We will activate called by the no, it's only until 1. Triple attack this. We just lose." So up next, guys, we got Junk Archer card, which has 2 printings. Original printing coming out of Duelist Pack 9, Yusei 2, with a $5 market price. And then we have the Legendary Collection 5Ds. Now, if you watch yesterday's Market Watch, the Legendary Collection 5Ds version of Junk Archer Legendary Collection 5Ds itself is actually a lot of money. But looking at Junk Archer from that set, it's only $350. In fact, this card is actually oddly put into the side. Yeah, the last time I saw play was like Debris Plants, but the card is still really good. And I feel like a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players kind of forgot about that. But ultimately, I do think this card has a chance of seeing any kind of meta play. And when it's meta play, there's meta relevance. And when it's meta relevance, it's hype. And when it's hype, the market responds. Can we just all agree that a card from Yu-Gi-Oh! Legendary Collection 5Ds being valued is going to be just something that's normal as we move forward in the future? It's a great set. And looking at Junk Archer in here for $350, it's highly undervalued. I still personally like to get you spend an extra $1 or $2, you get the Ultra Red Junk Archer, but I mean, still, that's kind of crazy. So, comment question of the day, sub-comment question of the day for my hero Paisanos. Seriously, I don't know the answer, and it's annoying me and driving me crazy. Destiny Hero Malicious has a bunch of printings, as you can see. Okay. So, the Secret Destiny Hero Malicious is $5, $5.50, realistically speaking. That's for the Secret Rare. That's the highest rarity version of the card. But we have the Ultra Rare Destiny Hero Malicious, which is almost near $10. But it's an Ultra Rare. Original printing, by the way, Dual Packs 5 Asta Phoenix. Okay, it's original printing. But technically speaking, this is the highest rarity. So, if you're a hero player out there and you're watching this video, what do? No, seriously, like, which one do you have? Which one would you want to have? And which one is the best? I'm leaning towards the original print Ultra Rare, but max rarity is max rarity. Comment down below and let me know. Then we have the Styles to Mega Monarch. In fact, I just have the Mega Monarch because Ghost Rare Mobius the Mega Monarch is highly it's probably one of the cheapest Ghost Rares that's out right now. Mobius the Mega Monarch Ghost Rare from Legacy of the Valiant with an $18 market price. Unlimited versions are roughly around $20 to $23. In fact, it quickly goes to $27. Then you get a couple of listings over here with the card being roughly around $36 for a first edition version of this Mobius the Mega Monarch. This is easily the cheapest Mega Monarch, the cheapest Ghost Rare, specifically I should really say, that we have. And yet it's still relatively inexpensive. It's kind of crazy if you think about it. But if you want to look at the styles to Mega Monarch, no big deal. You got 5 listings over here coming out of 2015 Mega Pack, which is roughly around $27 to $28, $19 market price. And then we have also the original print coming out of Primal Origins with a $6 market price. Yeah, and it's not that, of course not. It's roughly around $32 to almost $35. The many players just, you know what? They got 3 pantheisms, and now they feel brave, and they're gonna grab that Stalos, and they're gonna try to play Yu-Gi-Oh! On your face. And if domain sticks, you can't beat the deck. I ain't gonna lie, pretty cool. Realistically speaking, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are gonna get wise to the fact that they're being domain locked and put a lot of cards on their side, if not already main cards, to stop it. But Let domain players have their fun, okay? Don't tell them about Harpy's Featherduster. Let them experience Harpy's Featherduster. Because the minute that card resolves, you look at domain monarch player and go, you're done having fun? Time to lose. And then they just do. Unless you're playing Domatica Elic Invoked, and then they just draw lock bird you, and they look at you and go, I'm putting that domain back on board next turn, son. You better get... Anyway. I literally thinking about, like, a domain monarch player just having a pair of balls in, like, 2020. It's a crazy year. Anything could happen. Anything could happen, Konami. Maybe you want to print another Sky Striker card. There's so many you could print, Konami. You put Widowmaker 3, didn't you? You did do that, Konami. You did put Widowmaker 3. It didn't need to even go to 3, Konami. You just didn't need to do it. The deck was dead, but you're like some random guy that's holding an NA body pillow named Fuji Uhara, or whatever the goofy name he named it, talking about how strikers need more support, if not unlocks, and you listen to that guy. You listen to that guy, Konami. I just want to say OTS Pac 14 has a or is it 13, whatever, has more support stuff for strikers. I think as a community, we need to get together and say, Konami, that person has a problem, and we don't want that person there. Just throw it out there. Stop it with this stuff. All right, so let's talk about the 2020 Megatons and the fact that it's going to lose even more value. So the rumors are going around saying that there's unlimited listings of the 2020 Megatons, and to be stone cold honest with you, I haven't seen any yet, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be coming soon. Print runs take a long time to come before the first edition versions, and then the unlimited versions. If that is true with the unlimited versions of the 2020 Megatons, it's going to lose a lot of value. Already than it's already currently losing. I mean, don't get me wrong, Pot of Extravagance Prismatic Secret Rare looks gorgeous. Currently $21. Unlimited run comes, currently a lot lower than that. Not only that, but what deck is a tier 1 meta deck that's running Pot of Extravagance? 0? Yeah, 0 decks. Now, you can make an argument, wait a minute, V, there's a lot of good tier 1.5 decks, and definitely a lot of good tier 2 decks that run Pot of Extravagance. Well, don't get me wrong, it's a phenomenal card. It just doesn't have a slot in the tier 1. Can it be good in those other decks? Sure. But if you're a player playing a tier 1.5 or a tier 2 deck that runs Pot of Extravagance, there's a more than likely chance you already own the card already. Now, that might be another reason why the card hasn't really spiked in value. And there's a chance the card can always spike in value if Konami was to somehow make a tier 1 deck that uses Pot of Extravagance, and obviously the value would go. It would also lead to believe and to reason that if Konami made an Ultimate Rare Pot of Extravagance, this version would tank heavily. In fact, any other version would tank heavily if Konami made an Ultimate Rare Pot of Extravagance. What's the odds of that happening? Let's see. Pot of Duality, okay? Good meta card, great meta card, expensive meta card, Ultimate Rare meta card. Pot of Desires, same thing. Pot of Extravagance? Yeah, I think it's, inevitable. I mean, if it's a Pot of Sky Strikers, did the same thing as Pot of Extravagance, it already has reprint already, just saying. Looking at Borderlord Savage Dragon with one single printing, roughly around $12 market price, it's a one-off card. Once you get one Borderlord Savage Dragon, you don't need two. Appaloosa, the same thing. IP Masquerade, the same thing. In fact, the only thing that kind of has a little bit of value in the market is going to be these Rocket players cards that they use. They're kind of cheap right now, to be honest with you. The best card out of 2020 Megatons that is not being talked about by anybody is going to be Crackdown. I mean, this card literally takes your opponent's monster. I know, striker players have to do it like a lulls, but this card's generic. And in the slow controlling meta, this card's really good. And I'm not saying it's going to be, controllers are going to dominate the meta. That'd be a horrible meta, I guess. I mean, I'm an old guys player. What do I know? But I think that 3 Crackdown is going to be good and used in the future of this game. And if that's the case, the Tenos Memories 2020 Megaton version is going to be the most expensive card in this set. I'll tell you right now, what's not going to be the most expensive card in this set for long, and I think we can all agree, is Red Eye Star Dragoon. I mean, think about it. If Konami makes an unlimited run, the value goes down. You can place needing 1 means they don't need 2 of these, so the value's already naturally going down. It's currently holding at $45. As time goes on, and this card maybe gets hit in the ban list, call a weird, wacky hunch, the card value goes down. And it's going to happen to this card. That means if you take out Red Eye Star Dragoon out of the equation, other cards like Pot of Extravagance, Borderlord Savage Dragon, Appaloosa, IP Masquerade, they gotta hold the weight. And they're just not doing it. This is a horrendously bad set. If you want something specifically in this set, you have a better chance going online and buying the specific singles. Because looking at the set for what it is, and buying it sealed, yikes. Not a smart idea. I'm just saying the value in the set's not there. The value is always, and will always be with these Megaton sets, will be in the singles. In fact, we can look over here at the 2018 Ghost Luck Megaton, and you can say, well, V, these promos are worth money. I mean, look at that. Dark Rune No More is $12. Nibber was almost near $16. That's good value. Even Monster Reborn and Regeki, like, that's really good value for a prismatic rarity upgrade version of these cards. And I would say, yeah, that is great value. Difference is, this was put in as a separate package against the packs, whereas this beautiful card, Rare Structure Dragoon, was put in as well as the other cards in your pack. I mean, this was a lot harder to find. And when you might go, well, V, that means it's more expensive. I guess so, but the difference between Rare Structure Dragoon and cards like Nibiru and Dark Rune No More, these are 3-ofs. That's a 1-of. It's much easier for Konami just to ban Rare Structure Dragoon. Ask any OCG player playing right now in the Yu-Gi-Oh! If they're having fun with the Dragoons. And what are they doing with it? I mean, hey, you get up with these bad boys, you can stack a trade to stabilize it. It's value right there. We got progress. Anyway, Paisano, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. As always, we might have to do that thing about the application progress. Hitting subscribe and starting it, and day one's a first step in a long journey. It's your boy V, and you Paisanos have a great day.